Last time on the Alabama State Football Dynasty, the Grambling State Tigers came to town and we defeated them 45-31. We are now winners of 9 straight games with 1 game left in the season. So let's get into some of the action from last week. Both offenses in this game were absolutely amazing. We came out of the locker room on fire. First play of the game, Bobby Newton finds Jason White for a big touchdown pass. And then after that, there was a little back and forth going on. Eventually, we got up to 21-7. Grambling put up another touchdown and a field goal. And Justin Chambers, another day in the office for the man all the way from VA, as he had 236 yards rushing along with 3 touchdown runs. This man is on the verge of breaking that single season record. Can he do it though? There's 3 games left. We got Arkansas Pine Bluff next week. We got the Max SWAC championship game. And then we also have our bowl game, of course. But this game was big, not only on the field, but off the field. For we now have another commit. This time, it's Blake Clayton coming to Alabama State. A strong safety, something that we need, with Colin Robinson and Blake Rollins getting ready to go out the door. But this game was also big because now we have a milestone. You see it. For the first time in program history, the Alabama State Hornets are ranked in the top 25 at number 24, right in front of West Virginia, the team that we lost to earlier this season. Now let's look at the rest of the scores. Up in Huntsville, Alabama A&M upset Texas Southern 28-21. Texas Southern let one slip away. Mississippi Valley State beat Navy. Wow, Navy's 1-8. Southern destroyed Bethune-Cookman 42-21 for their 3rd win of the season. Alcorn State came up short against Prairie View, who was 2-8, 33-28. Meanwhile, over at the Sun Belt, aka the MEAC, Nebraska destroyed Hampton. Texas destroyed Delaware State. Mississippi State goosed North Carolina A&T. And finally, Norfolk State beat South Carolina State 39-25. Over some other rivalries, Michigan beat Ohio State. Purdue beat Indiana for the Old Oaken Bucket. And then a rivalry I used to like, 38-31, Penn State over Michigan. And then another trophy game, Iowa beating Minnesota. And another one, Northwestern destroying Illinois. Over in the Pac-10, the Oregon Ducks win the Civil War. Look at that. Washington State beating Washington for the Apple Cup. The USC Trojans defeat the UCLA Bruins. And Cal beat Stanford. And finally, Arizona State beat Arizona. South Carolina beat Clemson. Tennessee beat Kentucky in overtime. That was a struggle game. And then Auburn beat Alabama in the Iron Bowl. So yeah, some interesting rivalry games that you should be familiar with. Now let's do an update on recruiting. Now that we have Blake Clayton, we just got to focus on 2 more people. That's Brad Anderson and that's Chris Jones. But it looks like we lost Tim Mitchell. As you see now, we're going deep in the secondary. We have 2 cornerbacks we're still trying to get. As you see, Chris Jones, we're still fighting with Tennessee and Miami for him. But we have a soft verbal from Brad Anderson. So that's big news for us. Let's look at the standings real quick. Texas Southern still in first place, while the Alabama State Hornets are in first place in the Max SWAC West. Justin Chambers was so good that he was named Offensive SWAC Player of the Week, while Jake Bernard of Prairie View A&M, who had 10 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery, was named Defensive Player of the Week. Norfolk State sweep the Sun Belt MEAC rewards. Brandon Harris and Jake Allen taking home Players of the Week in that conference. Let's look at the Heisman watch list right now. Ooh, look at that. Justin Chambers is moving on up like the Jeffersons on the list. Mario Monahan still in first place. There goes Chambers in second. So before we continue this list, let's look at Justin Chambers' stats. He has 2,350 yards rushing so far for 28 touchdowns along with 1 receiving touchdown. He is on the verge of breaking Keldrick Williams' single season record of 2,681 yards. That will be broken, I promise you. So let's look at the rest of the list. Michael Hall, quarterback from the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Then you have Josh House from the South Carolina Gamecocks. And then finally you have Scott Bentley, the running back for the Virginia Tech Hokies. So join us next time. Senior Day, the last game of the season against the Arkansas Pine Bluff Golden Lions. Our first game as a ranked team. Let's go. See y'all there. Peace.